let's go ahead and do these game picks then. Let's start with Thursday night football happening tomorrow, as we are also recording on Wednesday. San Francisco is on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. This is a barn burner of a game. It's going to be. Tennessee has looked horrible over the last few weeks, but they started out so hot. San Francisco has been looking really hot, but they started off pretty putrid. So San Francisco comes into the building -3 on the road to take on the Tennessee Titans. I'll kick it off. I am going to take San Francisco on the road for this game. Tennessee doesn't generally drop back-to-back games, but you just lost to Pittsburgh, and I cannot follow up by taking you in this game.
We got to go chalk on that one.
All right.
Kind of so. No, you didn't. I was just looking like I know I picked Tennessee at time, but God.
Yeah.
I get burned with this team.
All right.
A lot.
And Merry Christmas, everybody. We have 2 Christmas games this year. We get Cleveland and Green Bay to kick things off.
Man, I swear, if Cleveland could just give me one good gift here.
That would be the most amazing gift in the world to get.
Yes, but moving on. Go ahead.
You're first. You get to pick the game first. It's sorry, before you go, -7.5 Green Bay at home at Lambeau.
Fortunately, I gotta take Green Bay.
I did the same. We are chalk to start the week. Also on, and this is the game. This is just a game. I can't believe this game is on on Christmas Day. Indy versus Arizona. I don't like it. Arizona is -1.5.
Want me to go? I'll pick this one.
You can go first.
I'll make it easy for you. I'm taking Indianapolis.
You did make it easy. I'm taking Indy too.
Exactly. I'm like, look, I thought about it. I just feel like this is a good time to go against the grain on this one. I'm like, I understand this could be a smash spot and they want to bounce back. And I'm like, y'all lost for a reason and they're missing.
They played bad football for the last 3 straight weeks.
Exactly. And they're not giving me a whole lot of confidence like, oh, this is going to be the bounce back week. I've been saying that for 2-3 weeks now, and they're not really bouncing back.
Last week confirmed it for me with D-Hop being officially out. They had a full week of practice knowing D-Hop wasn't going to be there. They go out there and the game plan was we suck. Like that's what their offensive game plan was. We have nothing to give you. Yeah. And I'm just like, okay, I want to take Indy in this game because Indy has been so hot. Exactly. They have been one of the hottest teams in all of football, let alone, I think they're the hottest team in the AFC. Kansas City.
But there is Kansas City, and there's that 6 game that's going on. 7 game, actually.
7 game now, yeah.
Yeah, they are the 2 hottest teams in the
NFL.
Those two. And I would say Indianapolis is coming with that pop and sizzle, though. And that's the difference. And I know exactly what you said, because you said that, I'm like, yeah.
I did the exact same thing. I was like, oh, wait, I take that back.
Within 2 seconds, I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, and a resounding no.
Yeah.
But
one of the hottest teams in the AFC.
Detroit made this pick very easy for me. That was enough for me to say, I'm taking Indianapolis, not looking back. Put it on the board. Oh, 1.5. Definitely give me Indianapolis. That's why I was like, let me go first.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for doing that. Let's hit up Sunday football. Got a lot of games, actually.
This is where I get to reserve my 3 picks because
there's a lot of games
COVID
in here.
is out here, and that's a long time from right now.
It's true. So true. Let's start off with Detroit versus Atlanta. That is a -6 for the Atlanta Falcons at home. You get to go first, sir.
Which game?
Atlanta versus Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Atlanta's -6.
Oh no, I got Atlanta.
Okay, we agree on that one. I also took Atlanta. I wanted to take Detroit, and I know I said it a few weeks ago when we saw this game coming up on the schedule. We could see Detroit getting another victory here. My only thing is that I was saying that in the light that they would lose to Arizona, and I just don't think Detroit can win back-to-back games. I don't know if they have the talent or the emotional ability to win back-to-back games. So that is why I'm taking Atlanta and going against what I think, which is this is one of the hottest teams in the NFC right now. It's Detroit, because they, in the last 3 weeks, have won 2 games, and they actually have, before last night, they actually tie. They actually have a better record in the last month than the LA Rams do.
Wow. Unbelievable.
So that's that. But Atlanta, I am taking them as well at home. Detroit has to go on the road, and this is going to be a tough one for them coming off that win. So, oh, God, another tough game to pick. Baltimore versus Cincinnati. This is basically, to me, this is basically for the division crown. And this is why I'm going to reserve my right to change this pick, because I don't know if Lamar Jackson is going to be able to return to play this week. They are hopeful for it, but they said the same thing last week. So I don't trust anything coming out of John Harbaugh's mouth when it comes to injuries with Lamar. Mm-hmm. So as of right now, I'm taking Cincinnati. But if Lamar is there, I'm going to have to rethink. So I'm taking Cincinnati for now.
Lamar is there. Lamar isn't there. I'm taking Cincinnati. We're going chalk. I wasn't wavering at all. Even if he's there, I just think Cincinnati got, and they're at home. I know, and it's the AFC North. I get it. It's a 50-50 anyway. I just feel more comfortable saying Cincinnati.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only thing that gives me pause with Lamar Jackson returning, if that is the case, is the fact that they played so well against Green Bay with Tyler Huntley. If they can just plug in a more dynamic passer and a more dynamic runner in Lamar Jackson into that, yeah, I don't know if Cincinnati can stop that. That
was
now.
Green Bay.
I agree.
Cincinnati.
I agree.
Man, Cincinnati.
But Cincinnati's also hurting on the defensive end. They've lost guys on every single level.
Yeah, but it's in Cincinnati, not in Baltimore.
True.
So that wonderful record they got is not on the road. So I'm just taking all that. I hear you. And this is a 50-50 game. So I get it why you even reserved the right. So I understand.
All right.
You ain't have to sell me on that one.
One I'm not wavering on is this next one. Rams go on the road to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Let's check the line before you make your... Oh, crap. Let's check that line.
Oh, Rams 4.5 points.
Rams -3.
I was close. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
My pick?
Yep.
Rams.
Agreed. Rams.
He could have said
I feel like that's a disrespectful line. -3 is...
That's what I was saying.
A little bit...
That's why I said 4.5. I'm like, it got to be like, bro, 4.5.
Hey, I'd take that with 6 points. All right. Probably the game of the week. Buffalo Bills go on the road to take on the New England Patriots in a rematch to basically, again, there are 2 games this week that are virtually division crowns. They won't officially be, but basically who wins this gets the division.
Right.
New England is going to be a -2.5 at home. I think I'm picking first on this one. I'm taking Buffalo.
Let's go chalk.
All right.
I'm sorry. New England, just even from the last Buffalo game, take a bye, and then last week with Indianapolis. I understand you play Indianapolis and Buffalo, but good Lord, y'all have failed the eye test for me, and no. I will take Buffalo in a close one.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, and like you were saying, offensively, this New England team has just been over the last few weeks. I feel like if there's no substantial weather difference like there was in the last game up in Buffalo when they played each other a few weeks back, then hey, if it's just kind of a regular old December night, I think this is going to be a game where Buffalo can throw the ball around. Unfortunately, they won't have Emmanuel Sanders, but it'll be Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis and Dawson Knox. All will be in contention to get play, and hopefully they can continue this thing with Devin Singletary, who has slowly been coming around to being a comparable back. Not fantastic, but a dude that can keep you on pace.
You don't have to sell me on that. He is doing at the end of the year what Zach Moss did at the beginning. And neither one of them,
they kind of disappeared in the middle.
Yeah, for their careers. For that,
if you could put them together and eliminate their injury history, that would be one solid back.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Ooh, ain't that the truth?
I'm just kudos to Ramondre Stevenson. That's that,
Yeah, that is.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Disrespect me.
You officially took the Buffalo Bills, correct?
I did.
Okay, cool.
We are chalk all the way.
Yeah, so far. All right. This one I feel like we can be changed. Jacksonville is going to be on the road to take on the New York Football Jets.
Can I get that line, please?
-1 for the Jets at home.
-1?
-1.
Not even 1.5.
No, that is 1.
See, this is what happened when you're 31 and 32 in the league. Oh. I want to be I want to be so gutsy with this, but no, forget that. You know, because Michael Carter's back, I'm taking the Jets.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing.
If he didn't play, I would have took the Jacksonville just for the hell of it. But no, Jacksonville. I'm sorry.
They're going to stay at 32 for the rest of the season for me.
I need to do a reprieve with Jacksonville that Urban Meyer destroyed this franchise.
Oh, he set them back at least 2 years.
Yeah, and I just did not want to believe how bad he deteriorated this team. And I'm saying, because remember, they had an excellent draft.
Yeah.
And yeah. I just it's very hard for me to say Jacksonville this week because the year is done. I mean, when it's done, it's still season still going. This is the epitome of what that looks like. They're done, and I mean, I feel bad that that anybody for this team has to go out and play 3 more games. Just even if it's the Jets, it does not matter. The Jets are at least an intact, complete team.
Yeah,
not good, very young, and very inexperienced, but complete. Jacksonville is fractured.
Agreed. Man, I have a little bit of shock here because I'm looking at the line for this next game. We got the Giants on the road. They're going to come into Philadelphia. Philadelphia is a -10 at home in a divisional game.
Do you think it's influenced by the Daniel Jones I mean, he's like finally ruled out for the entire season now. He's not coming back.
Because Vegas would go into this and saying, okay, it's Mike Glennon versus Jalen Hurts. They would be taking into fact that Mike Glennon is going to be playing regardless. I mean, these are live. These are live lines right now. Like this,
I mean, as opposed to, I don't think he was. I don't think Daniel Jones was ruled out. I mean, I don't know if he was like week to week at this point.
I mean, they've been saying
to the point where he's not going to play at all. Now they're like, oh, to hell with it.
He's on IR. But so you're saying that Vegas is looking at it like this is just like
set to return as opposed to they just going to put him on IR and shut him down for the rest of the year.
They put him on the long.
I was just wondering if that might have influenced the number.
I don't think so. I just think they're saying New York, you suck. Like, which is funny because they're not that far apart. They're 3 games.
Only lost 15 to what was that? Yeah, 15 to Dallas. I mean, it was a 2-score.
And 20. I mean, they couldn't get anything going.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't even 3 touchdowns. It was just they had to kick all these field goals to get 21. It's a weird scoring game. Yeah. But wow. Well, we already know where I'm going.
Oh yeah,
Philadelphia.
Yeah, just need you to say it. I got Philadelia too. I'm shocked by the line.
That's.
We're still.
I don't know if man, do they cover that? That's interesting.
That's the thing, though. I'm still I like because the funny thing is I look at it, I was like, okay, Philadelphia -10, that's a lot. But then I was like, okay, it's the Giants. It's a divisional game too, though. And then I was like, no, but Philadelphia's been looking real good as of late.
That'd be one of those. Know what? I'll just give me the winner. I don't want.
Yeah, the money line is -450, so you have to put down 450 to get back 100 on Philadelphia on this game. Put down 450, your return would be 550.
I'm just saying, you get $100 profit. That's it.
Yeah, but the Giants are plus 350.
You got to still, man, but you still got to put up 450 though.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Well, you only got to put down 100 to get 350 back on the Giants.
They're not gonna win.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So you want to go ahead and just throw your 100 that way? Go right ahead. So yeah, that's a horrible game. Moving on.
All right, Tampa is going to be on the road in the divisional bout versus Carolina. On the road, Tampa is going to be the favorite at -10.5, which I believe is that our largest line of the week. is. It's tied.
Okay. That should not be that large. But
really?
I don't think it should.
Carolina is. I told you last week. I think
Tampa Bay is so banged up, though, that I don't think it should be that high.
Here is why I think it should be that high. I don't know if you heard the news, but as I said last week, I think Cam is done. He needs to just hang him up, retire right alongside with Ben Roethlisberger this year, and just call it a career. Okay. But Matt Rule comes out this week and says, "Yeah, we're going to start with Cam, but Sam Darnold's probably going to play."
Okay, moving on.
So that is why that line should be a -10.5. I agree. You took Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
I took Tampa Bay.
You see me circling it, right?
All right. Chargers are going to be on the road versus the Houston Texans. Chargers are -10 favorites on the road. Some big lines to wrap up this week.
Chargers.
Chargers, chalk again. Chalk all the way through Sunday. Or not yet.
Well, I got an asterisk on your Baltimore Cincinnati game.
Yeah. Well, we'll discuss that. But
I'm just saying this is a note that
it's one that could change.
Yeah.
All right. Pittsburgh is going to take on the Kansas City Chiefs this week. Chiefs are at home. They are also -7.5 point favorites. I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs without a question.
I am taking the Chiefs. However, I am putting an asterisk back here because I have to watch how this COVID spread is going.
Well, clearly.
It just depends. I'm just saying it ain't done.
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
We'll see.
And I have till Sunday to make a decision. Well, before game time.
Yeah.
But so, yeah. I'm just making a personal. I might have to revisit that one, but we'll see.
All right. Denver will take on the Vegas Raiders this week. Vegas is only a -1 at home here. You got?
Well, if there's no Teddy Bridgewater,
there is none. He is officially ruled out of this game.
I have to, by default, take Vegas.
Same thing here.
I can't do Drew Lock. I just can't. I don't even need to know what the line is.
Oh, it's -1.
Gosh.
Chicago versus Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is going to be at home, and Seattle will also be a -6.5 point favorite. I am taking the Seattle Seahawks.
Shock.
Wow. So
these are kind of soft. They just lobbed up softballs across the plate over here. These are some easy picks here.
Yeah. Washington will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, and like I said, a tied for the biggest line of the week. Dallas at home at a -10.5.
Are they still without their two quarterbacks right now?
As of right now, I don't think anybody has been cleared to come back yet. Is that a question for you? Sorry, Dallas, regardless if those quarterbacks come back or not.
I don't know. Heineke makes a big difference. And whatever reason, when it comes down to Washington and Dallas playing, things don't necessarily go to plan. And I remember I feel that way Washington
about Dallas versus Philadelphia. I know it gets close with Washington and Dallas, but usually, for the most part, Dallas is able to pull those games out. I know Zeke's not fully healthy, but regardless if Heineke's going to be here or not, they're not healthy across the board either, and they keep getting injured. So
if I had to guess what their last 6 games is, I bet they're like 3-3, both teams.
I wouldn't be shocked by it.
I understand. But with that, I mean, I'm going to hold everybody up. I'll take Dallas for now.
All right.
That might just be one I might be revisiting.
All right. So we are chalk all the way through Sunday. Let's wrap things up with a Monday night game, and hopefully we don't have to get anything postponed all the way to Tuesday this week.
Yeah.
But Monday is looking like a Miami Dolphins at the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans at home will be a -3 favorite. This game I don't like. I just don't like it. What do you got?
And Miami is a -3?
No, New Orleans is the -3. New Orleans is the favorite at home.
Yeah, I don't like this.
This one I have not filled in yet, so I'm with you. I am picking this one blind, but you get to go first.
How did New Orleans get a Monday night game? How? They just was in a Sunday night.
I know. I don't like it.
begrudgingly, I'm taking New Orleans right now, and I put an asterisk because I might be changing my mind. I need to get more information on this
For
game.
the interest of our listeners, I am taking the hot hand. After 6 straight weeks of winning, I'm taking the Dolphins.
That's fine. Like I said, I might be changing my pick, so it doesn't matter.
At least for now, we got one.
Yeah. I wanted to go there because I know you're gonna just take the affirmative, and I was already leaning that way because they at home. I was like, screw it. Since I got first, I'm just gonna take the home team. I don't like it.
Well, I do like Miami as a team as of late more than I like New Orleans as a team as of late. So that's why I'm taking Miami. Miami, Tua has looked like a completely different quarterback the last 7 weeks. You're looking at a New Orleans team that finally put it all, in quotations, it all together with their defense, but their offense sucks.
Right. Can I go back to the Sunday night game just for a split second?
Yeah, for sure.
I just looked up their stats. Dead even, 3-3 in the last 6 games. I just had that thought in my mind. I don't remember either one of them really dominating the other team. That's what I mean. I might be coming back to change that pick later.
I like the thing for me is that also the last 3 seasons, Dallas hasn't really been in contention for much. Whereas this year, Dallas has a reason to play, especially this late in the season. They're hot on the tails of Green Bay. They have the tiebreaker right now. If they can just tie the record with Green Bay, they're number 1 in the conference, and they get a first round bye. They get to rest Zeke for a little bit, and they can get fully healthy to come into the playoffs.
I understand that because last year Washington swept them. The year before, Dallas swept them, and then they split the year before. I'm like, come on, man! Now, but
Dallas had nothing to play for last year. There was no Dak last year, so it's a completely different team.
No, that's true.
So that's all it is. But back to Monday night.
Yes.
Yeah, Miami. I've liked what Tua's looked like as of late. And what he's been playing like. That defense has been, for the most part, solid. I don't like the fact that they gave up 24 points versus a New York Jets team. But regardless, they've been a solid team for the most part. New Orleans has been a solid team for the most part, but Trevor Siemian, Taysom Hill have both been putrid at quarterback. Taysom Hill has been a great rusher, but he's not a good quarterback, and I don't know if that's going to be able to beat Buffalo's defense. I definitely feel like Tua has a better shot at attacking this defense of New Orleans in getting points on the board. So I just think Miami will have a clearer opportunity at scoring points.
You have made solid points. I agree with every last one of them.
New Orleans is also at home now.
I agree with that. I don't like this. We should have a rule where we should be able to throw a game out. And this would be mine right here. This one more than any other one because this is the hardest one for me. It ain't the last one. It's the hardest one. Yeah. It's just like,
it's the hardest one and it's the last one.
Play at home, and I would have just said Miami. Lock it in. I'm good. New Orleans has been the bane of my existence in this damn.
This entire season, you have not been able to get New Orleans.
I've got like 2 out of whatever. What are we at? 2 out of 14.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't nail the New Orleans picks, man. It's just
Well, that'll do it for today's show.
Yeah.
You guys got our picks. We're pretty much chalk all the way through until Monday night. We'll be making some changes probably as more COVID stuff happens because the NFL doesn't want to stop that from spreading. But you guys go ahead, leave a like rating down below, leave a comment. Let's have a discussion in the comments down below on anything that we said that might be stupid, you agree with, you thoroughly disagree with, whatever it may be. But thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
And have a good night and a great week.